High income will not allow you to pursue true financial independence. High paying job will not allow you to live life on your own terms. At the end of your career, you would have to downsize because that high paying job cannot sustain that lifestyle. The third one is what is called the jackpot mentality mindset. Jackpot, what does that mean? The middle class, and I was there for a long time, they are used to making money at a fixed time. Every 2 weeks, they get a paycheck, or every month you get a paycheck, then you get a lump sum bonus you always look forward to it. That is what we call the jackpot mentality mindset. The wealthy are comfortable to defer gratification. They can handle uncertainty. They can invest in something and look forward to it, that gradually it will begin to yield until, they see it comes into full-blown fruitfulness. Elon Musk is a very good example. He tried a number of startups, which failed. He had no office. He was staying in cubicle, and he was sleeping on factory floor. His bank account was only $5,000 at some point, but eventually Compaq acquired Zip2, one of their startups, and the rest is history. He made his first $22 million at the age of 27. Why? Because he got away from the jackpot mentality mindset, right? He was comfortable to do things that would take a little while to come. Again, I'm applying the FRO to illustrate initiative. That's why this episode is especially for our community members. The FRO initiative is designed to help our community members start small and be part of something bigger than them in their cities, their states, and all that. With $50 bid, you will win a location, which will require you to supply approximately 20 books to 5 bookstores, right? Minimum, which is about 100 books. I want to encourage you to resist the temptation of allowing a jackpot mentality to stop you. You will see things grow over time. You will learn how to also start things and grow it over time because you've been part of, a project like that. So number 4 mindset is what I call the golf player mindset. If you understand the game of golf, it is played by an individual. Tiger Woods is a good example. And you don't really need the cooperation of other people to do well in golf, right? And the middle class have that mindset. They are used to making what is called competitive money. But wealthy people have the mindset of a basketball player. To win basketball championship, and I spoke extensively about this in Winning the Money Game with Dignity, you can only do it through a team. You cannot win the money game with dignity if you don't learn how to collaborate as part of a big team. So again, the FRO project is an excellent opportunity for us to be able to cooperate with members of our community globally to create a big team globally. They too will learn to create teams locally and things like that. Of course, we'll cover all of that in the trainings that we are putting together. Now, the last one is what is called paralyzing fear mindset. Fear is real, right? We all experience fear. The issue is not fear. The issue is how we manage it. Most middle class people who operate in the E and S quadrants, they value job security more than freedom. And there's nothing wrong with that. For a long time, I was afraid to lose my job. I wanted to do everything to keep my job. Of course, you should do everything to keep your job. There is a place for your job in your wealth journey. But you should also not allow yourself to be paralyzed by the fear of doing something along the line, alongside. I was held back by that fear for many years. Okay, the mindset of the middle class, comes from, a playbook that says that somebody has to lose for me to win. It doesn't have to be so. Okay, so fear of stepping into unfamiliar territory stopped me for many years. Now, I had fear, for example, coming to Canada with my family about 25 years ago. There were so many unknowns, so many unanswered questions. But looking back now, I'm glad we did, right? Did we have a lot of challenges? Absolutely. But the challenges made us better, expose us to better worlds. Today, our children have the kind of opportunity they may never have had if I stayed back in Nigeria and stayed with my comfortable executive job. So if you are there, the wealthy people have learned not to allow fear to paralyze them. The FRO project, for example, will take many of you who are able to get into it. They'll take many of you into new territory, expose you to new challenges and new opportunities as well. Be sure not to allow fear of the unknown to paralyze you, because those who allow that cannot create meaningful wealth. The wealthy have learned to venture out to attempt great things, even when they may not have all the answers, because they can see the big picture, how they can create value for many people and make wealth in that process. This was how Steve Jobs changed our world completely with a smartphone, right? He envisaged smartphone with camera and which can play video. When he said it initially, they thought he was crazy. But today, the rest is history. Many of us will never use any cell phone without, camera and ability to play video, right? So that's what it means to step into unknown territory. According to Tony Robbins, one of my mentors, grace comes when you commit to do something that will serve more than just yourself. And that's what wealthy people do. Here's how I summarized it in Winning the Money Game with Dignity. The wealthy know what others do not know, which makes them think differently. The wealthy do what others do not do, of course, because they think differently and they possess different mindsets. The wealthy are connected to the class of people others are not connected to. Those who collaborate with others, they leverage others, they create lasting wealth. So don't think and play solo, because that's what stops the middle class from creating wealth. I'm Wesley Ogude. I do love every one of you in this community. Thank you for giving us at Springwells opportunity to be part of your wealth creation journey. Until I come your way next time, thank you very much.